Kelsey, the Athletic. JV, this wasn't the prettiest offensive game, but how did you see the guys battle through, especially in that fourth quarter?
I mean, it wasn't terrible. But I think we missed shots that we typically make, and I thought we did a good job of creating those shots for one another. They just didn't go tonight. But, give our guys credit, right, for being able to persevere and just find a way. And, that was part of the conversation in the huddle. It's like, it's not always going to be pretty, and sometimes you got to win ugly. And I thought the guys bought into that, and they did a great job of it.
And for Darius and Donovan, kind of same thing too, especially late in the game, for those free throws to sort of kind of feel them. How did you see them specifically lead the team, and especially just on the offensive end, really close out?
I mean, well, they got the ability to go and get it. And when you have two guys that are capable of doing that, you're going to give yourself a chance if the game is close. But also, it's important to note, like, the other guys, too, right? Like, Isaac hit a big corner three. Evan hit 2 threes. Like, so it wasn't just going to be all on those guys' shoulders. I thought we had, other guys step up and really help us close the game out and, help carry us when those guys were struggling. I thought Evan, was phenomenal on both ends of the floor. I thought, he scored well. We've been pushing to get more threes out of him. He's taking his shots. He rebounded the ball. Like, I thought Evan was really good, and, Isaac's energy as well.
Did you see something? I know we've talked a lot recently about, like, closing. There's like 5 minutes to close games. That you guys have taken from over the stretch that you saw kind of really play out tonight?
Yeah, I think the guys know, their spots. They know how to execute and what we're looking for out of those spots. And the spacing and all those small things that we have to pay attention to. I think the guys are comfortable there now. And then again, you have a bunch of guys out there who can help.
Joe Duggan from Cleveland.com. Coming into the game shorthanded. What did you see out of Mobley Diakite in that first half? You provided a bit of a spark on the bench.
Yeah, and that's kind of who he is. He's an energy guy, who's capable of having a two-way impact. Blocking shots, rebounding the ball, running the floor. He's got the ability to make shots. I think that on a night like tonight, it's all hands on deck, and I thought he did a good job providing it for us.
Danny Cunningham, ESPN Cleveland. JB, I know you said it's shot. You guys just didn't make shots, but what did you think of the overall effort from the team?
I thought we weren't as tight as we could have been early in the game, but again, it wasn't a matter of a lack of effort in my mind. Like, I thought the guys were competing, but it was one of those nights where like, we all get a juice from offense. We all want, and, when those shots go in, there's an energy that goes for us. I think we were fighting ourselves a little bit through that, but it wasn't, in my opinion, a lack of effort or anything like that. I just think that we kind of got in our own heads when things kind of got a little sticky for us, and we just kept trying to, work our way out of it, almost like fighting in quicksand a little bit, where, the harder we try, the more difficult things became. But I think it was more that than an effort thing.
When a guy like Darius has an off night from before, he's 4 of 19, what's your message as a coach of encouragement to him?
Keep shooting it. I mean, like, we know what Darius is capable of. He's proven it time and time again. He just had one night. The best thing about the NBA is you play tomorrow, and we play a really good team tomorrow. But you get an opportunity to go out and, wash this one away and do it again.
I know we touched on Isaac, but how important is it for him to see those threes go in as he's kind of been working through his offensive struggles and trying to find his spot?
Yeah, I mean, it's the good thing about Isaac is he doesn't lose confidence, and he takes those shots when he's open, and that's what he's got to continue to do. The only way you're going to make shots and gain confidence is by having the courage to take them, and he's been doing that. And again, I don't know anybody who works harder than Isaac. So with time and confidence and belief, he's going to be able to knock those shots down consistently.
And with, pushing Evan to shoot more threes, tonight was the first time that he had more than one make in the game. And maybe you have to go back and watch the film, we can't answer this now, but how much does him letting it fly and even making them help to space the floor for everybody else?
I mean, it's a game changer. Again, when you have guys who can pressure the paint like we do, especially, when Evan's at that 5 spot, now you're lifting the other team's best rim protector from the paint. It's just going to create, easier opportunities for everybody around him and also for himself, because a lot of times 5s don't want to get out there. So, again, it's one of those things that, he works on. He shoots a ton of them in practice. And, it's just learning to find his spots there. And his teammates recognizing when he's open to get him the ball also. Thank you, guys. Travel safe. Yep.
Counselors, Athletic. Evan, how did you see the way that you guys were able to pull this one out, especially in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, it was like a dogfight out there. We kept coming back, and we just couldn't get over the hump for the longest, but we just stuck with it. And then fourth quarter, we just dug deep and finally got the lead and kept it. And yeah, eventually got the dub.
How were those conversations between timeouts at halftime, et cetera, as their shots aren't falling? But JB was talking about how they were looks that you guys normally get and everything. You liked them, they just weren't falling tonight. So, what were those conversations like, and how do you kind of battle through that in the game?
Yeah, we were just trying to stay as consistent as possible, always making the right plays. Shots weren't necessarily falling, but I mean that's the best shots we could get. So we just try to keep making the right plays and just keep going and staying consistent. And eventually the shots started falling, and we got the lead. So.
And JB talked about your impact tonight with one of those 2 threes in the game, but also just on both ends of the floor. What were you seeing, just the way that you could impact the game, and how did those threes feel to go in?
Yeah, it felt good. The threes for sure. Been working on it. It's starting to pay off slowly, but yeah, I was just staying active on both ends of the floor, on offense and defense, and defensive end, just trying to really help the guards in the pick and rolls. They're running a lot of pick and rolls, so just helped them out, and then also rebounding as well. So that's what I was really focusing on throughout the whole entire game.
Talking about the 3-point shots that you made, how comfortable are you right now with your shot?
Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable. Both of those 2, I felt really good. And, I mean, they went down, so it was good to feel that. And, I'm just going to keep going, keep shooting when I'm open, and also attack it at the same time. So they have to respect both.
And how much does Jared being out change things for you on both ends of the floor when you have to play a 5?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just more at the 5, so in more pick and rolls, just in more rebounding opportunities, just a little bit more than at the 4. But my responsibility is still protecting the paint, and similar responsibilities. It's just I'm more in pick and rolls throughout the game.
Is it difficult for you to play alongside another center that's not Jared?
I mean, not necessarily. I feel like me and Jared has created that chemistry. We've been playing well together so far, but when he's out, we just next man up, and I feel like I can play just as well with the next man as Jared. So, yeah.
Jonah.com. He held the Pistons to 16 points in the fourth quarter. What changed defensively? Was there anything specific that went into limiting them in scoring-wise?
I think we played a little bit more physical coming out in the fourth, which threw their timing off a little bit and stuff like that. So, and when we got the stops, we came down and started hitting more shots as well. So the momentum started shifting towards our way. So that was just our game plan the whole time, just staying consistent on defense, and then on offense, getting our best shots, and eventually they're going to fall.
I know we've talked a lot this season about you finding an offensive rhythm. What have you just noticed over we're almost a quarter of the way through, just about that end of the floor for you and how that's grown through the 20 games or so?
Yeah, I mean, consistency is the name of the game. I'm just trying to be as consistent as possible. Always just watching film and trying to get better and attack where I see the best options and just make the best play out of every possession I get. So that's what I've been focusing on. And some games aren't going to be your game, but you just got to stay consistent, keep working, and eventually everything's going to fall into place.
What have those conversations been like with JB and the other coaches that you would work with, just about like the elements you're working on the offensive end and just kind of and like figuring out and working through that consistency?
Yeah, it's just been mostly a lot of film on where I can get my shots and spots and how I can attack and affect other teammates as well with my passing as well. So just been a lot of film and watching other players as well to just keep getting better.
Thanks, Adam.
Thanks, Adam. Appreciate it.